Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla Kempers. I am a writer and freelance web developer, and this week is going to be utter chaos. So I thought I'd start a vlog today. It might just be a one-day vlog, it might be a multi-day vlog. We'll see how chaotic the rest of the week goes and if I actually want to continue the vlog if it is very, very busy. In 6 days, I have to be out of this unit, and it's a little bit of a complicated situation because I'm moving somewhere else for 2 weeks before I move into my new place, just because the new place isn't available until May 15th. So that means that basically some stuff can go to the new place, but some stuff has to go to my partner's place, which is where I'm moving in for the next 2 weeks after this week. And I'd rather not be rushing at the end of the week. So when I tell you I have a lot of stuff to get done this week, I am not kidding. When last week's vlog goes up, I'll actually already be in the new place, I think, or I'll be in my partner's place at least. So you will have seen in the previous vlog that I did finish the read through of the first draft of Between the Waves. It went really, really well. You can check out that vlog if you're interested in kind of seeing a bit more of the process. But I am now beginning the read through of draft 2 of Between the Waves. Other things that I need to have done include approximately 5 hours of the 20-hour per week job that I do. I also need to do about 2 hours of another job. I need to do a couple hours of some website development work, and then around that I need to be reading pages and packing and cleaning and donating things and just kind of figuring out what's staying and what isn't. So I was just looking at my little to-do list that's not so little, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you end up enjoying it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. And let's jump into the video because I have to go into a meeting soon. So I've got my matcha. I've still been drinking a lot less caffeine. This is the most caffeine that I've had in a few days. I know that doesn't sound like a long time, but for me it is. But I've got my matcha. I'm ready to get started on the day. It's warmer this week, so things are gonna be good. They're gonna be hectic, but they're gonna be good. I was just getting next week's vlog edited, and I'm like going through and doing the timestamps right now, but I just needed to pop on and see if anyone else ever feels this way. So very often I talk about a scene that I keep calling the beach scene. I've also made like AI artwork of it before for like a TikTok trend. That was also before I learned that AI has a bad habit of stealing from artists in order to put together that artwork. I know a bit better now, but I've spoken about this scene quite often, and it's because it is genuinely one of my favorite scenes. And I was thinking, like, why is it one of my favorite scenes? Like, will other people also have this as their favorite scene? And I realized this weird thing that I wanted to put out to you all because I feel like this is something that some people experience and some people don't. And I find that especially people who are big readers and love reading tend to experience the same thing. And that is, I realized that the reason I love this scene so much is because of the visuals, which sounds like a wild thing to say because it's literally a book. At a physical, materialistic level of what they are, it's literally just printed ink on paper. But the reason that I love this scene so much is because every single time I write it, I see it playing out in my head, and it's like, I'll give you a little bit of insight into it. Basically, there's one realm, it's the 9th realm, where it's well known for this rock that looks like super black rock, like obsidian, I guess, but it has like gold streaks or gold veins running through it, almost like a reverse quartz, but instead of the veins being black, they're actually gold. And it's very common to this realm. And this beach that they go to has that kind of rock, but what that kind of rock would be if it had eroded into sand and become the beach, I guess. And the reason that I love it so much is because it's literally like a black sand beach with streaks of gold in it, because there's all these tiny little eroded chunks of gold from this natural rock that occurs in this realm. And they go there at night and the moon is full and you can see it reflecting, and it's like a beach. I'm getting shivers talking about it. It's like a beach that looks almost like a starry sky because it's just dark and it like absorbs the light, save for these tiny little flecks of gold that are in it. And like that's what I see in my head when I read this scene. I see the particular characters that are in this scene. I see the beach, I see the moonlight shining off. I can see and like hear the waves like coming in against the shore and the wind, and I can like feel it. And I just wanted to put that out there and say, like, does any other people feel that way, right? Like, I feel like readers are the ones that visualize scenes and that get so absorbed into the story that they're reading that it feels like they're living it. And like, I've had this experience as well where I think that I've watched a TV show and I try to remember what the name of the TV show was because I can remember a scene in my head so vividly, and I'm like, oh, that was a good scene. What show was that from? And I realize when I try to remember that it's not from a show, it's from a book. I never actually saw it. I just visualized it in my head. So I feel like it's got to be like 50-50. You know, some people don't visualize things, but I think that readers are people who really do visualize things. And I feel like there's got to be a lot of people that see the story playing out as a movie in their head, right? I just want to know. I just wanted to share that with you. Also describe the scene a bit to give you some insight on what that scene actually is and why I love it so much, because I realized it was because of the visuals. And that's also something that I like to kind of reflect on, because it means that I'm learning how valuable it is for me to write in a way that lends to those visuals. I want to write in a way where people can imagine what's happening and people feel like they're involved and they can see the scene in their head, because those like stories like that are the reason that I literally had my nose shoved into a book during every waking hour from the ages of like 6 to the ages of like 16. So I kind of just wanted to share that. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to editing this. I just thought that was kind of a funny little reflection to have, and I wanted to put it out there and ask you all, like, do you also see stories that vividly, or am I just like still have the imagination of my child self? Which could be, but I kind of just wanted to share that. It means that I'm doing something right, because it means that I'm connecting.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin.
It's already 2 p.m. and I feel like time is just absolutely flying by today. I think it's okay. Part of the reason that a lot of time has gone by quickly is because I've been kind of moving things and trying to clean and trying to organize like what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. I think I've mentioned it already, but I'm moving into a collective house, and the bedroom that I'm moving into already has some furniture. So I have basically had to figure out what of my furniture I want to keep and what I want to sell and what I want to just like give away or donate, which it hasn't been difficult. I'm not super attached to any of my furniture really, because a lot of it I like thrifted or got for free anyways. Besides that leather couch, I really love that leather couch, but I think I am gonna sell it just because it's like, it's big and I really don't have room for it anymore. And also, if I'm moving into a collective house, the living room and living spaces are already furnished, so I don't need to worry about that. I've only gotten about an hour of work done for web development, and then I've got about an hour and a half, I think, done for YouTube. I just wanted to get that video edited and uploaded for next Friday. But then I spent some time kind of organizing things that I want to get rid of. So I have this dresser moved to the front of my house because someone is coming to pick it up in like 5 minutes. Thank God. And then I'm selling this. Someone's coming to get it tonight. Someone's coming to get the acting books tonight. And then there's also like a body weight scale underneath the books, and someone's gonna get that tonight as well. So thankfully I got all this stuff listed, which I needed to do because I need to have it up as soon as possible so I can sell it before I move. And lots of people have already shown interest, which is great. So I think I'm gonna keep doing a bit of this work and then maybe a bit of reading, and then I'm gonna jump into like some sit down work. I'm getting tired holding this up with my arm. Something that I've been trying to do lately is kind of follow the whims of my motivation and my energy, which I feel like to some sounds like a bad idea, but for me, that's something that I've kind of fought against for a very long time. And I've spoken to my therapist about it, and she was like, why don't you just try, because you have the freedom to, why don't you just try to do things when you feel like doing them? And then hopefully if you're like working with your brain and with your motivation a bit more, it won't be as difficult to get things done, and hopefully in the long run you'll get more done. That's the theory, so we're trying it out, and right now I kind of just feel like moving things and cleaning and organizing house stuff before sitting down and doing like laptop work. So I'm trying to honor those urges, and we'll see where that gets me. Okay, I'm now just officially waiting for someone to pick up the vacuum cleaner. I finished my web development work for the day, but I have some web design work today that I still need to get done. It's about 5:30. I'm just about to pop in some kale. I'm gonna make some kale chips because the guy who did my like grocery delivery the other day, I asked for like one little bundle of kale and he gave me like 2 massive bundles. So we're gonna make some kale chips because I don't know what else to do with it. I still haven't read today. Not great. I'm gonna sit, have some food, eat my dinner, and then I think I'm gonna spend half an hour to an hour of reading, and then I'm gonna get my workout in, and then I'm gonna try and power through as much more work as I possibly can.
This world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through. So close your eyes. Do you feel the same? Only thing that matters without change. I will let you into my mind's deep. Recover the fallen tears that have been long asleep. Lights are out in heaven's open. We can be everything we want.
Good morning. It is currently 7:53. I'm gonna head out around 8. I think I'm gonna go to a cafe this morning to try and get some work done. I got the tiniest bit of reading done yesterday. It was like a page, so not a lot, not even enough to finish a scene, but I'm not disheartened by that, I guess, because pretty much my entire bedroom is now sorted and ready to be moved, which is amazing. And then everything that I have here, like in the living room, like it's basically just this shelf. I feel like it's kind of hard to tell because I do have a couple things over there, but the majority of the things that exist in this room is this shelf, which will take, I don't know, like I just have reusable bags that I put the books in. So it'll be like, I don't know, 4 reusable bags in a box maybe for the little things. I also got a ton of stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace yesterday, and a lot of that stuff sold. And then I did some cleaning, and I got like 6 or 7 hours of work done for web development and marketing. So I feel good about yesterday because I did get a lot of stuff done, which is great. I also just posted a video this morning. I did have 2 videos kind of scheduled to go up this Friday and then next Friday. But just because of how quickly things are moving, I almost feel like I should upload 2 videos a week again while I have them ready, just because I finished the read through, and that video is now not set to go up until next week, which is like 2 to 3 weeks after it was actually finished. So I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out the timeline and what I have time for on YouTube, because again, work and writing is taking priority over YouTube. So it's kind of just what I have time for right now, and I'm trying to figure that out. And I think I'll have more time when I do move in mid-May. I don't know, maybe if I can just hold on to 2 videos per week until then, I'll have more time, but I also don't want to burn myself out because I'm about to be moving and it's going to be chaos. So that's kind of where we're at. But I did post a video this morning. It's the Path to Publishing video, kind of explaining my loose timeline for when I'm going to be releasing some things. It's now 8 a.m. and I need to leave. I'm gonna pop over to a cafe for a few hours, try and get as much work done as I can, and then I'm gonna come back, and I think I'm gonna go and do some slacklining tonight. My landlord is currently pressure washing outside, so I've been like waiting for him to stop, but it doesn't seem like he's stopping anytime soon. So I figured I'd give you a quick update. Please ignore the background noise. Hopefully, maybe it'll stop while I'm giving the update. It's like 3 p.m. I did like 7 hours of web development, which is good, again. But I keep doing this thing where I'll like work on one thing and then I'll get really into it and then I'll keep doing it and I forget to switch over to other things, which maybe that's not necessarily the worst way to do it. Like maybe I should be having a certain day when I'm focusing only on web development and then another day when I'm focusing only on marketing and then another day when I'm focusing only on writing. Like maybe I should structure it like that, but I don't know. I haven't structured it like that yet. So I did so much web development today. I just prepped some food. I made the rest of the frozen dumplings that I had. I'm gonna bring those with me, and then I also cut up some veggies because I'm just trying to like use all my food before I move. By the way, these Net Zero Company bags have been so wonderful. I've just got like some veggies in there right now, but they're so great. Like they actually hold so much more than I thought, like just looking at them, because they kind of like expand a bit. So I've prepped the food. I didn't even unpack my bag from the cafe because I'm gonna do some more work at the beach. But now I'm going to drive over to my partner's, pick up his dog, head to the beach, get some work done, and then while I'm getting my work done, I'll do some slacklining because there's gonna be a couple lines set up and it's gonna be beautiful. So yeah, that's the plan. Everything is chaos, but there is balance within the chaos, and that feels right now. So yeah, that's what we're up to. I've got my fun bag of goodies. This is honestly so fun. These are for if I get cold at the beach. They're like sleeping bags, but for your feet. I brought towels. I brought some snacks. I got some like crispy squares and some rice crackers, and I got some nuts and a blanket to lay on. There's also some poi in there and some juggling balls, just in case I feel like doing that. Basically just having a little circus afternoon and trying to get some work done for as long as I possibly can, but my laptop doesn't last very long, not plugged in, so we'll see how that goes.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead.
Okay, so these are all ones that we're gonna get rid of. And then we have this pile, and there's already a bag of books there. So I have all of my books that I'm going to be keeping that I refuse to get rid of. I showed you all a couple little sneak peeks of some of my like childhood favorites over the time lapse. I'm thinking 2 more bags that size should fit them. I also know it seems kind of funny that I'm like putting my books in bags. I feel like I always do this though, because it's just easy, you know? I have all these reusable bags anyways. I don't have that many boxes, and I want to use my boxes for other things that like need better protection, for example. So almost always move my books in bags. So I'm gonna keep a few of them out just so that I can like use them over the next 2 weeks, since I won't have access to where these books are going. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. It's slow progress, but we're moving. This is the part of the moving process where everything just kind of feels like it exploded. I feel like I often try to keep things fairly organized and do things in order, but there comes a certain point where everything explodes. It's utter chaos. So we're kind of at that point. But like I mentioned, I'm going to be bringing all of the plants save for one, and then all of the books, as well as a box and a fan, I think, to the new place so they can stay there because I just don't really need them for the next 2 weeks anyways. So once that stuff's gone, I feel like I'll feel a lot better about what's left and figuring out what to do with what's left. It's very backlit because of the window, but here's the plant situation. Yep, sounds about right. Made some tea. That's my little dragon incense burner. The books are almost done being packed. I've made some sweet potato fries, and then I also have some soup. I'm gonna take a break for lunch and then try and move some of these plants out. The good news also is that I finished my email marketing work for the day, which means that the only thing I have left is some web design for an author that I'm working with, and then writing/reading, with breaks in between of me packing. So I feel like we're actually in a good spot. I'm just a little overwhelmed because there's a lot of stuff here. You know, once you get it all into the back of the car, it actually doesn't seem like that much. Like, that could be worse, right? Quick little off-topic comment, but I'm just kind of curious for other people out there who have gone through their early to mid-20s. I just turned 26, but back when I turned 23, I started to notice changes. For example, I became allergic to cheap metals. I don't really know what metal it is. I've never gotten tested. All I know is that all of my wonderful cheap earrings that I loved so much all of a sudden started irritating my ears to the point where I was getting scabs on my ears because of the metal, and I couldn't figure out what was going on until I took the earrings out and invested in some fancy ones and all of a sudden the problem went away. Another thing that has changed, and I feel like I've heard about specifically for women, I don't know if it's for men as well, but in your early to mid 20s, your hormones change a second time, a second puberty. So another thing that has happened is that my hair used to be pin straight. I would curl it with a hot iron nearly every day or every few days or so because I wanted it to be curly. I literally got a perm when I was younger because I wanted it to have some sort of texture and curl or wave or literally anything because it was so pin straight. And when I turned 23, it started to do a little bit of a weird wave thing. And now at this point, if I give it a tiny bit of help, I put in some leave-in conditioner after I shower, it does this weird wave thing, and I don't really know what to do with it. I'm just curious if anyone else noticed anything when they were in their early to mid 20s along the lines of developing an allergy. I also think I developed slight seasonal allergies, which is a tiny bit frustrating, but I can't tell if that's something that is actually a permanent change. My hair's doing a weird wavy thing and it's quite a bit darker than it used to be. I'll put a photo of me as a child here. This hair was very, very light, but even in high school, I'll see if I can find a photo from high school. I probably tried to burn most of them, but even this was pretty light. And this is getting, I don't know, things change. Anyways, Good morning. Second off-topic thing. Is this not the most beautiful light that you've ever seen? It's like a little rainbow circle. It was $20 on Amazon, okay? It was an impulse buy. I don't know what else to say. So we are officially a day away from the end of the week. It's Thursday. I haven't read anything else. I feel like I'm doing this really stubborn thing where I just want to keep pushing and continuing the vlog until I do some reading, because I'm like, that's the whole point of the vlog, is to show my reading stuff. But honestly, this one might just turn out to be a lifestyle vlog. Between work and moving this week, I have barely managed to get any reading of my manuscript done. And I'm really not upset about it. I'm pretty much set up as far as moving has gone so far. I'm basically set up to have most stuff out by tomorrow, which is Friday, which is great because it means that maybe I won't have to do anything on Saturday, which would be amazing. So those are some wins from the week. So even though I haven't been reading that much, I do consider those wins and I'm really happy with those. Also, to be fair, I gave myself 10 days per draft to do those read-throughs, and I finished the draft read-through for draft 1 in 6 days instead of 10. So then either Tuesday or Wednesday of this week is when I should have actually started the read-through of draft 2 if I was following that 10-day rule. So I'm pretty sure, like, it's only Thursday now, so I'm pretty sure that I still have 8 days to get that draft read-through done. And if I read the other one in 6 days, and this draft is shorter, I'm actually not worried. I think we're gonna be okay. Anyways, this is honestly, like, I'm probably gonna keep all of this in because this has just become such a chatty vlog. I know it's gonna be very long. I know it's gonna be very lifestyle focused, but you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, I guess. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast. I'm probably gonna watch a YouTube video. We'll see if anyone's posted anything. And then at 10, I have a work meeting for web development. And then after that work meeting, I'm going to take my stuff to Value Village to donate because I do have quite a few things. Anyways, I'm gonna drink my macchiato. You guys got the whole update. I'm gonna, yeah, have my morning drink, have my breakfast, have my meeting, run around and do some errands. We're fine. Everything's fine. All the donation stuff, minus my art and like my decor and stuff, it's just these 5 bags. It is Friday. It has been such a long week. I feel like, sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. My house is freezing cold. It's about 17 degrees Celsius, but I know for a fact that the landlord turned the heat off because it's supposed to be nice the next few days, which is fair, except that my unit gets like no sun and it's a lower level unit, so it's just freaking cold. So I have on 2 shirts and I threw on my SJM shirt because I feel like I just need to be nice and comfy and cozy. So it's Friday. I want to have 95% of my stuff moved out of the apartment by the end of the day. Tomorrow morning, someone is coming with a U-Haul to pick up the couch. So basically the couch and then little cleaning things here and there, that's all I want to have to do tomorrow morning. So we're hopeful. I got myself a coffee this morning that is half decaf, which means that it's half caffeinated, and I am already feeling it. This is what happens when you stop drinking coffee and then you decide to have the tiniest bit of caffeine, but I really need to use that to my advantage. So we're gonna deal with the shelf. I put most of my decor items on the shelf. I'm going to take all of those off, pack them, pack my workout equipment, my art stuff, my painting stuff, my electronics, and just get all of that packed because this is basically the last section of like stuff besides kitchen stuff and bathroom stuff. So I want to get that packed and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, well, I don't know when that stopped filming, probably around the 30-minute mark. This is like the last of the big stuff to deal with besides the mattress, and my partner is currently coming over to help, so that'll be really nice. We'll update you later.